Hey you guys, welcome in to Divine Golden Master, where we master being divine at this 3D reality. All right. First of all, it's a holiday, okay? Happy Friday 13th. It is the day of the goddess, okay? This is the day that the goddess has made. We shall celebrate in it, okay? Period. All right, so I'm going to break down some of the symbolism, and I just want to do this video just to give you guys some background knowledge, some background information on Friday the 13th. Why was it demonized? Why do they want us to have fear-based practices when it comes to Friday the 13th? Like, why is it that they want us to feel this scare tactics, right? Or this fear energy? Why is that? We're going to get into it, and we're going to also get into why this is the day that you should really honor that divine feminine energy within yourself, why you should really nurture this day. And another reason, too, is like why you shouldn't just listen to what people tell you. Okay? All right, period. So let's tap in. All right, you guys, I do have my notes. All right, so I don't forget anything or get distracted and forget. Or just get distracted, period. Because I just said I don't forget anything, I'll get distracted and forget. But I mean, y'all know what I mean. Alright, so Friday the 13th, okay, aka what is Friday? Friday is ruled by Venus, Venusian energy, divine feminine energy. What is 13? 13 is a sacred number. I may do a video breaking that all the way down, but I am going to break down a few things for you guys and debunk it so you can understand the manipulation tactic in the whole situation. All right. And then also Friday is Freya's day, the goddess. We're going to talk about that as well. And some say that she doubles over or corresponds to Isis within the Egyptian mythology. Okay, so Isis or whoever you feel more called to, you could connect with too today. So let's get into it. All right. So who demonized Friday the 13th? Who really demonized it, right? Well, let me take a moment for y'all to answer. Who demonized Friday the 13th? Can you tell me that? The Christians. Okay, and then boom, light bulb. It makes sense. It makes complete sense why the Christians would demonize a day that has to do with all of the feminine energy, right? Because in previous years to patriarchal societies and these man-based religions and these masculine-based practices, women were honored on this day, and people took time to really honor divine feminine energy. All right, and women also played a more powerful role back then within society. So do your research on times before Christianity, before religion, and look into how the divine feminine energy used to be honored within multiple different societies until masculine influence, man influence, right? Because like we're speaking about, we're about to enter 2025, which is very vital. Like I told you guys, we've been speaking about this, especially on our reading channel, but this is a big shift back into balancing out the scales when it comes to how women have been demonized in certain ways, and them being their self has been demonized. Woman being a thing that is so, what's the word I'm looking for? Looked down upon in society or not respected, right? When in the past they were honored in the top of society, right? So, not saying that one should be honored above the other, but it should be a balance, period. And we know even when you look through history, it has not been that balance within the society for women, okay? And even, well, let me dive back into the notes. because I'm talking. But yeah, so it makes sense that the Christians would demonize Friday the 13th. Okay. Before man, God, religion, patriarchy, women were honored, like I told you guys, for their divine energy until male dominant control, right? And this was a part of that Roman Empire. Just do your research so you can really get it for yourself, okay? But let's talk about this now. The Bible specifically, because we said we're bringing it back to Christians. So let me debunk it first of all, for a lot of people that's probably watching this video right now. If you don't align with Christian practices and you don't align with Christian beliefs, why would you even believe that this is an evil day, right? You know how we gravitate towards those our energy is like? Sometimes through subconscious manipulation from TV, environment, things like that within the matrix, it will make us gravitate towards certain topics or beliefs, when really it's more so the collective that's believing it, and we really haven't took the time to think about it for ourselves, and we just kind of going with what we're told because we may not want to take that time or that energy to look into it, or we may think that we don't care, right? But when you start to debunk things like this and you go into history and you see, okay, so if this is what you like say if somebody cheats on you or they do something to you or they steal from you, okay, only a normal person's gonna think like, well, how many times have they done this before? How many times have they stole from me before? Is this the first time? What else are they lying about? What else? You know what I'm saying? So I want you guys to think about that when it comes to Christianity. Like, dang, so y'all lie. And if you like, even if you align with Christianity, so y'all lied about the Friday the 13th. Y'all want us to be scared of it. Why is that? What you hiding? Okay, so anyway. But that debunks the whole statement, because it's like, all right, if I don't believe in Christianity off the rip, why would I even take, if they're the ones who created Friday the 13th, why would I keep that going? Why would I keep that going? It don't make no sense. Okay, so for some of y'all, that right there already just nips in the butt. And you can do your research on that to see, right, that they started it. Ooh, I was thirsty. Okay, so let's look into the Bible examples I was talking about. Judas is the 13th disciple. Why he had to be the 13th? Why did he have to be the 13th? The great flood happened on a Friday. Why did it happen on a Friday? Eve tempted Adam on a Friday. And then when you go into history of the serpent as well, the snake was a feminine energy. And if we dive into Lilith, which I'm not going to go there, but because Lilith was also a way of them showing us, like, you can't have your own opinion. You can't be who you want to be. You can't go off of your guide and just be who you want to be and be free and be the wild woman or whatever case, whatever you want to be. You can't be that because we say this book says this, right? But we're not gonna go to today. We're just doing Friday the 13th. All right, the Temple of Solomon was destroyed on a Friday. Are y'all catching the drift at this point? Are y'all catching it? Okay. Christians name Friday the witches' Sabbath, or something like that. The witches' Sabbath, right? Why would y'all name Friday the witches' Sabbath? Now y'all trying to demonize Friday again. When Friday is ruled by Venus. Why would you want to demonize such a day? Like, why not Saturn? Why not Saturday? Demonize Mars. Why not Tuesday? Saturday? That's what we doing? Okay. All right. And when Christians did this, when they demonized Friday, because it's like, you know how you come in, you regulating, right? Regulators. We bringing a new rule, new laws, and we telling you a new way of doing something. So if I'm bringing these new ways, new laws, and I'm telling you how to do something, you're not about to just listen because I said so. You know what I'm saying? You're not about to just listen because it sounds good. No, you're gonna listen because I'm gonna put some type of enforcement or some type of blockage to deter you from doing it, right? So like what I mean by that is, if you run a stop sign, you know you're gonna get a ticket. If you basically if you break the law, you know you're gonna get in trouble. So that deters you from doing it. Okay, so what the Christians did here was they created that day as the witch's Sabbath, and you would die for celebrating it, Friday the 13th. So this is the energy where when you look into this, now this turns the whole narrative of celebrating Friday the 13th and it being a goddess day. Now I'm turning it into a myth, because now I'm going to control you with the fact that you know you're going to die if you're a witch. If you're a witch, you're celebrating Friday the 13th, you're celebrating the witch's Sabbath, you're going to die. We're going to kill you because you're not following our rules. So think about it. If you were living in that society, would you be celebrating witch's Sabbath? You probably would be hiding it, right? So now it's something that has to go along through the lineage, the bloodline, which I want to pause right here and to take it somewhere else really quick, which is why knowledge is power, which is why you have to share and vocalize things, especially like when you know things. And like use myself for example, I have a lot of wisdom and knowledge, but sometimes it can, like I'm very much a hermit. I like be by myself and things like that. But I came here to share, to raise the vibration of the collective, to remind people on a soul level who they are. Right? Okay, so I want you guys to think about that when you watch this video, and to keep this simmering in your spirit. Maybe even look some things up for yourself and teach your kids about it, teach your family about it, even if they're not receptive, to speak it to them, right? Like, oh, did y'all know that Friday the 13th really was not supposed to be scary? It's supposed to be a divine feminine day, or a day to celebrate the goddess or females, women. Like, just throw it into topic, because when we gain awareness, we don't just gain it for ourselves, right? Everything that we gain is brought and given to us for what we can bring and share with others into the world to help people and things like that, right? So that's why, too, even when they tell you, when you think about wealth, okay, think about how you will share the wealth, right? Because then you can get the wealth easier. All right. Now, back to the notes. Okay, so yeah, we talked about the snake. They demonized the snake, which is also feminine energy, wisdom. Okay, Jesus was crucified on a Friday. All right, now let's talk about the number 13, okay? So, because it's like collectively, it was done away with each thing together. You know what I'm saying? Like, not only the number, and this is only one thing. Friday the 13th is only one thing in cracking the code to the matrix, and the million cracking the code to the matrix, right? So my whole point to say that is, do your research on things, look into things, because a lot of times what we're being told is not what everything is. Okay, so yeah, I said that to say that. Now, when we look into the number 13, it was 13 months in the original calendar, right? Patriarchal society also changed that to 12 months. We have 13 cycles as women, and moon cycles as well. People used to use women's cycles to be able to know and tell time. But no, they want to give us a clock and say that that's the time. Okay. My bad, y'all. I started. My mind went somewhere else. All right. 13 has been used multiple times in patriarchal-based societies to bring a negative subconscious connotation to things, when it's kind of the total opposite, you know? Even when you look at the number 13 compared to the number 12, which is the months we have, 13 is a more open flowing number when it comes to 12, you know? So yeah, and you'll see that and learn that if you look into the numerology of it all right? So yeah, we spoke about Friday the 13th and what it really represents. Okay, Freya, look into that goddess. Venus energy, look into that. Aphrodite, look into that. And when you put the two together, it really brings this beautiful energy that we could vibrate on today in our goddesshood, okay? And before any of these patriarchal, societal umbrellas and paradigms were put over us within this matrix, we used to really enjoy this day. And we would tap into feminine wisdom and connect with sacred practices that really resonated with us. Okay, so that is what I want you guys to do today. And maybe even just start doing it on Fridays, right? Start doing it on Fridays. Start doing some of these practices, and always take your Fridays slow, especially if you're a goddess. I told you guys, usually on Fridays, I like to wear lingerie. I like to tap into my divine feminine energy. All right. I'm tapping into more of this. Like you see, I have my symbols and stuff, but I'm more of my dark, sexy type of goddess energy today. Because it is the darkness, right, that they like to push with this holiday. Because I'm making it a holiday. It's the darkness that they like to push with us, but it's also the darkness that we can embrace. Especially at this time, a lot of people are tapping into that dark feminine energy, setting those boundaries, okay? So if you're watching this at the time of this, tap into that energy, okay? Tap into that dark feminine energy. And I'm going to tell you guys some ways you can, all right? So these are some ways you can tap into this feminine goddess energy, not limited to, and don't have to. You really could just sit and imagine and feel different emotions, and sit and take time with yourself to bring about this experience as well. It could even be, so like if you're not able to do any of this, if you're not able to, you don't have the energy to do any of this, sit and take time to yourself, even if you're laying down in bed, whatever. At least spend like 10 minutes loving on yourself, imagining yourself doing whatever it is that you currently desire. Some of you guys can even be desiring getting rest. Imagine yourself checking into like a hotel or something, going there, getting you some good food, and eating it, sleeping however long you sleep, and imagine that checkout and talk about how good you feel, how refreshed you feel. Even if it's that simple, okay? And here are some ways. You could take a spiritual bath, right? Get some rose quartz, roses, amethyst, whatever crystals really resonate with you. Black tourmaline, glamour magic. This is a great day for glamour magic, okay? Self-worship, maybe even building a self altar. Things like that will be very significant today. Honor the women in your life and yourself, right? Honor women today. Start. Can I say it? Start to honor women on Friday the 13th. Let's all raise our hands and say, we're about to shift the narrative. I'm about to start honoring women every Friday the 13th. I'm going to bring a woman some flowers. I'm going to buy myself some flowers. And you will start to shift the entire narrative of the perception. And that'll be how you could do your due diligence in today's society. You also could send a text. Happy Friday the 13th. This is really supposed to be our day as goddesses, but they try to make us think it's negative. Right? Because patriarchy wants to think and make us feel like it's not all about the woman when it is. Why does Jesus look feminine? Where does creation come from? Let's talk about it. Okay. I said buy flowers. Educate yourself on something new today. Look up into a new goddess or whatever you would like to know about feminine energy. All right. Drink a tea with intention. Okay. You could choose feminine charged herbs to put in your tea. Don't have to be, whatever your favorite is. However, light a candle. I recommend black, pink, or red. Okay, black. Some people are gonna say, why black? Black because we just spoke about that cosmic dark energy, especially if you're trying to create something, bring something into fruition. Take that cosmic energy to use a black candle to be able to bring something into creation. Okay. Cooking is alchemy. Any type of alchemy type of things you could do today. Also painting, dancing, doing a meditation, anything that really resonate with you. Also journaling, getting emotions out today is really good. Connecting with Gaia, sitting outside. It's kind of cold though, so maybe even just, admiring from your car how beautiful Gaia is, and thanking the universe and thanking Mother Earth, pouring out some libations on Mother Earth, just allowing her to say, just saying thank you and allowing us to be here existing on top of her, and for her to keep flourishing for us is just a blessing. Okay. And what else? Yeah, and that's all I listed here, but there's plenty of other ways to honor that divine feminine energy within you. And yeah, so I will also be doing a group ritual, you guys. So if you want to tap into that, you can go ahead and get your spots. I will be posting it in the community tab. And you can join us. It will be tonight at 11:11. Tapping into this energy. Y'all know I like to do my pop-up group rituals because it's very limited. I only take a couple people, and that's why I like to do the pop-up with it, with certain ones. So yeah. So tap in if you feel called to, if you feel led to. I love you guys, love yourself, and I will see you guys in my next one.